late night viewers, Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news.
Goodbye.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
This is 22-year-old David Criado Jr. Tonight, Haddon Township Police and the Camden County prosecutor say he murdered his 3-year-old son. And today they arrested him for that unspeakable crime. What we don't know yet is how the boy was killed and why. It is Monday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the charge of first-degree murder.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
Doug Peterson was Andy Reid's first quarterback, keeping the position warm, waiting for Donovan McNabb.
Please try to highlight it.
In Eagles green. Peterson was, in effect, Reid's coach on the field. Well, now it appears that he will be the coach on the sideline. It appears the Doug Peterson era is about to begin. Thursday night, the big story on Action News tonight is the Peterson was, in effect, Reid's coach on the field. Well, now it appears that he will be the coach on the sideline. It appears the Doug Peterson era is about to begin. Thursday night, the big story on Action News tonight is the anti-chip.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
The hot ticket items tonight at Lowe's and Voorhees: ice melt, snow shovels. And one guy walked out with the beauty of a snowblower. In Northeast Philadelphia, they're already putting brine on the roads and Cockman in the boulevard. Yes, they're preparing for a big one, and it looks like a big one is what we're going to get. Wednesday night, the big story tonight is 12 to 18.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
You are looking live at South Broad Street in Center City, Philadelphia, and yes, the storm is picking up steam. By this time tomorrow, there could be a couple of feet of snow on the ground. Driving is getting dicey on the area's major roadways like here on the Schuylkill. The best strategy, get behind a snowplow, like we did on I-95 in Claymont, Delaware. Friday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the blizzard of 2016. It is underway.
Service to our late night viewers, Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
You are looking live at South Broad Street in Center City, Philadelphia, and yes, the storm is picking up steam. By this time tomorrow, there could be a couple of feet of snow on the ground. Driving is getting dicey on the area's major roadways like here on the Schuylkill. The best strategy, get behind a snowplow, like we did on I-95 in Claymont, Delaware. Friday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the blizzard of...
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
It is a cold, lonely night for the solitary shoveler, and this one has a lot to do before she can say she's done. Whether it's here in Manayunk, or in southwest Philadelphia, or in the suburbs like here in Devon, the task is the same. Dig out from 25 inches of snow. It is Monday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the big cleanup from the blizzard of 2016.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
This was the tipping point when 4 Atlantic City casinos went out of business, taking their property taxes with them. That's when the city coffers started to bleed. And it's not only gotten a lot worse since then. Today, Governor Christie said it's the start of a new era with decisions to be made in Trenton, not Atlantic City, City Hall. Tuesday night, and a big story on Action News tonight, we'll see the state of New Jersey take vast... This was the tipping point when 4 Atlantic City casinos went out of business, taking their property taxes with them. That's when the city coffers started to bleed, and it's not only gotten a lot worse since then. Today, Governor Christie said it's the start of a new era with decisions to be made in Trenton, not Atlantic City, City Hall. Tuesday night, and a big story on Action News tonight, we'll see the state of New Jersey take vast control. Surveillance video. In the street in the Huntington section of Philadelphia, 2 cars and a house was pummeled by a van completely out of control. There's a reason for the mayhem. Both man and van had been shot. Wednesday, story on Action News tonight is an exclusive report from West Benango.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
Residents heard them and felt them up and down the Jersey coast, even as far away as Connecticut. There were 9 in all. Typically, they're not felt on land. But atmospheric conditions were just right, and felt they were. Sonic booms.
Authorities identified the mastermind behind the Paris attacks.
The 27-year-old is the U.S. Navy making...
Boy. Boy. Bascal.
Now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news.
Basket.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
Residents heard them and felt them up and down the Jersey coast, even as far away as Connecticut. There were 9 in all. Typically, they're not felt on land, but atmospheric conditions were just right, and felt they were.
No.
The sonic booms, and they really shook things up today. Thursday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the U.S. Navy making supersonic waves off. The search goes on tonight for the gunman who turned the Juniata Park section of Philadelphia into his personal killing field. He opened fire in the 4200 block of Nielsen Street and put 2 bullets into the body of an innocent man, 8-year-old Donald Green, who were dead. It is Friday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is the unspeakable despair. It is Friday night. The unspeakable despair of a Philadelphia.
Action News,
Level 42.
news program with Jim Gardner.
For 15 lectures on your...
The turnout is high, the voting is tight. Is it ever? Months of politicking by presidential hopefuls and in Iowa, and that decision
Let's do your tickets.
the voters of Iowa have turned this into a presidential free-for-all.
Level 31.
The big story in Action News tonight is tighter than tight caucus results in
Slam to enter.
Playtime viewers, Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast.
Teasing the news tonight.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program with Jim Gardner.
The turnout is high, the voting is tight. Is it ever? Months of politicking by presidential hopefuls come down to decision night in Iowa, and that decision has been utterly dramatic both for Democrats and Republicans. The voters of Iowa have turned this into a presidential free-for-all. It is Monday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is tighter than tight caucus. Montgomery County lawyers are trying to It is Tuesday night, and a big story on Action News tonight is day one in court.
Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
Montgomery County Court in Norristown, the scene of the latest chapter in the Bill Cosby saga. He said not a word today, but his lawyers are trying to convince a judge to throw out a case and send Cosby to jail for up to a decade. It is Tuesday night, and the big in Action News tonight is day one in court for Cosby.
Leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
There is no immunity for Bill Cosby. One of America's best known all-the-sports entertainers left the Montgomery County Courthouse tonight after a judge refused to throw out the sexual assault case against him. Cosby will be back here in a month. Wednesday night, the big story on Action News tonight is another day of courtroom drama.
Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news.
Wednesday night, the big story on Action News tonight is another day of
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
We are live at the PennDOT yard on Oregon Avenue in South Philadelphia, and as you can see, they are gearing up for the task at hand. And it will begin in earnest in just a few hours. It is Thursday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is snow overnight.
Channel 6 now presents a rebroadcast of tonight's 11 o'clock news. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
We are live at the PennDOT yard on Oregon Avenue in South Philadelphia, and as you can see, they are gearing up for the task at hand. And it will begin in earnest in just a few hours. It is Thursday night, and a big story on Action News tonight is snow overnight in the Delaware.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
November 6th, the Conestoga High School football team playing a high-pressure game against Ridley. But now it appears Conestoga is under a different kind of pressure. Investigators want to know if members of the team are guilty of hazing. If so, the consequences could be dire. Friday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is a probe in the claims
Of tonight's 11 o'clock news. Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Jim Gardner.
Last November 6th, the Conestoga High School football team playing a high-pressure game against Ridley. But now it appears Conestoga is under a different kind of pressure. Investigators want to know if members of the team are guilty of hazing. If so, the consequences could be dire. Friday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is a probe into claims of hazing at Conestoga High School.